Hello and welcome to Saturday and Sunday, August 2nd and August 3rd of 2014. This is your daily astrology and tarot horoscope brought to you by Nicholas. And I like to start out with planets of the day. For Saturday, the planet is Saturn. So that is Saturn Day. And that would be on August 2nd. And on Sunday, the planet of the day is the Sun. So if you align with all your planetary energies all week long, I always contend that then Sunday comes along, and Sunday is Shine Day. That's your day to be yourself, to shine as who you are, and to experience all the energy of everything coming together on this one day. I mean, you can use it to rest, you can use it to get out. I mean, to me, I like to be a little bit more jovial and fun, and I try to always be around people that I care about and like on a Sunday. I don't know why. And Sunday's a very fun day for me as a football fan. And football's going to be starting up pretty soon in over a month, so I'm going to be too far off. So, as a Denver Bronco fan, that's what I get excited about. So, but Saturday is Saturn Day, so I always try to do a lot of my errands and run a lot of those things on that day. But if I look at the charts, and I'm just pulling these up on my phone. If I look at the charts on August 2nd, the big thing that's going to be happening is that Mercury is going to come in and join Jupiter at 3 degrees of Leo. So it's going to be this fiery energy. It's going to add that pomp. It's like here's another wonderful conjunction to that Jupiter. I mean, Jupiter just came in to Leo, and it's just been blessed with these great hits, because it's it gets radiated by the sun, and then the moon comes in, and that just adds that emotion to it. And now right away it's making a conjunction with Mercury, and this whole new story is starting to weave about what this is all about. Now the message is getting out on Saturday. It's about, oh my God, we're having so much fun. We're engaging in this Leo energy and this creativity. Now I'm going to shout about it. Now I'm going to talk about it. Now it's time to play the guitar and to play in that band, or to be that expression. Just a great day for expression. So look for that on Saturday. Spread the message and spread the joy of that Jupiter Mercury conjunction. The other thing that's going on is I've been following the nodes and trying to help you follow the nodes as best I can in these videos. You can watch my YouTube channel. I've got lots of reports on this, but I've been following how the North Node is being hit recently. And what's going on with the North Node is there's going to be a conjunction today with the Moon. So if you've been following last week, you had all those squares of the North Node to the Sun, and the North Node was conjunct Mars. And I was really building up on the theme is this, more and more people are going to start really, really trying to align with their life purpose in this energy. They're going to be compelled to. This is a square. This is a tension. This is something bad happens, and it's okay, why am I doing this when I know in my life I'd rather be doing that? And it's just those hard truths that keep eroding your current life situation and saying, okay, why am I spending my time in this area when I need to be truly following my bliss, my soul calling? And so when the moon comes in and joins this, now this gives you that burst of emotional energy, the emotional side of this, and it's intellectual, because this is all happening around 21 degrees of Libra. So when the moon conjunct Libra, it's a thoughtful, it's a thinking, it's a cardinal sign, so it's going to take action, and it's going to want concepts, and it's going to want to, you can emotionally get to the center of this North Node, this calling that you're striving for, by reading something, by thinking of something, by being inspired by what you're reading and thinking. It's the silly, stupid quotes, if you watch Tony Robbins, whatever, but it's feed your mind, feed your mind, feed your mind. That's his big thing. So it's read inspiring books, read inspiring quotes, read biographies. This is a good time, this is a good day for that energy on Saturday, August 2nd. And then, Venus, I'm happy personally, because Venus is kind of getting away from these darker planets for a second. She's been, if you've been following her cycles at all, she's been hitting Saturn and Uranus and Chiron, and it's just getting intense for her. She wants to be in this relationship. She wants to be in, fun, sensual, exotic, beautiful, attractive. She wants to be making money and having those, like, beautiful things going on, and she's hitting all these dark, Uranus wants to electrify her. She hit the Saturn, who wants to structure her. She hit Chiron, who wants to just deal with the pain and can't figure out how to heal the pain for itself. So you know, it's dealing with that whole, archetype. And so as she's moving at 18 degrees, she's getting away from that 16-degree mark. So to me, it's kind of finally a lightening up of all these things on Saturday. So I'm pretty excited about that. And then on Sunday, just to dig deeper into Sunday for you, we have got, so this Sunday's the August 3rd. We've got, like I said, Venus is now moving at 9 degrees. The moon is going to come into 6 degrees of Scorpio, and so it's going to make a conjunction to that Mars energy there. Things can get dark and intense there. It's also a great day. I struggle with the 8th house thoughts or the Scorpio thoughts. I struggle with, what's the right interpretation for it, but I have a Scorpio moon, so I can say that the studying of the occult and going into the deeper spiritual, the subatomic particles, the Pluto's all about the X-rays and the atom, the split of the atom, the most smallest thing possible. You split it, and it's one of the most powerful explosive bombs that you can ever imagine. So it's that type of intensity and power. It's so subtle and so dramatically powerful at the same time. So when the moon comes into Scorpio and does that, it's a great time to study those things that you believe in that sort of regard. It is a great time to study the occult. It is a great time to get in touch with the subaparticle, like any of those deeper healing things, any of those deeper intuition things that are kind of like an X-ray into the soul, as I like to consider it. But then, you're making an exact, Mars is making an exact square now to Jupiter. So it's that fiery expansion. You can overdo your ego energy today. You can overexpand. It might be wise not to overexert that, especially as the moon is making a square to Jupiter as well. So if you have Mars and the moon conjunct each other in Scorpio, making a square to Jupiter, you're just expanding this deeper, darker energy to come out. So really pay attention how you receive those messages from others, and really pay attention how you do those. If it's the right time to really exert your ego, do it. But you might want to find a more tactful way, because this is fixed energy. This is stubborn energy, and it doesn't usually come out pretty. So I thought Saturday was a little bit more of a release from this energy, but Sunday you're going to be kind of tested again in how you're communicating as the moon comes and joins Mars in Scorpio, and it makes that square to Jupiter. And and Mercury is a key player in this too. Mercury's going to want to speak. So to me, whenever you get all these planets like this, you have the moon and Mars, and you have Jupiter, and you have Mercury making all, they're all square each other. You have all this energy to each other. It's something of a huge potential, but it's also something that can go hugely awry if you're not prepared for it, if you're not mentally prepared for it. So just know that on Sunday there's going to be issues around it. You're going to want to communicate, you're going to want to expand creatively, and that is going to have there's going to be a tension in regards to that with your emotion and your energy. That's just the surface level way to interpret what's going on for those areas, but it's definitely something important to consider, definitely something important for me to mention. And all this is going on while the Sun is getting this in conjunct to, the Mercury is getting this in conjunct, and Jupiter's getting this in conjunct to Neptune. Everything's really tightly interwoven on Sunday. It's a really tight-knit energy, so it's going to be really scattered energy for a lot of people. Look out and see how people are using it. There's an insertion of spiritual energy today because of the Neptune making that in conjunct to Jupiter and Mercury, and it's going to be at odds ends with that square at Mars and the moon. So lots of interesting energy going on. the best way to do is to look at your chart, look at things that are, if you have anything at 5 or 6 degrees in your chart, it's going to be an interesting day for you. So I hope you have access to your chart, and I hope you take that in consideration. I mean, like I said, a forecast is a forecast. It's the general energy for the day. These are going on around you, and if you don't have any planets in those areas, you know, you might be at home and it might not ever occur to you that any of this is going on. So, like I said, a forecast is not personal to you, so take that with a grain of salt. It's very important to do forecasts to understand the patterns, to understand the trends, and then you need to take the forecast, go to your chart, and see how it's affecting you. I mean, to me, it gets misleading when I see astrologers or listen to astrologers on the internet sometimes, because they're just taking this forecast and saying this is going on. And it's like, well, I never felt anything that day. Yeah, you're probably not super affected by it. And of course, free will always plays a part in it. So, but the energy patterns are there, and other people are experiencing it, so you can see it manifest in other people. It's always present, so a forecast is always valuable, but you just got to make sure how valuable it is to you, and I just want to stress that. So this is the card for Saturday. Oh my gosh. The outsider, we're still dealing with this outsider. To me, like I said, there's some relenting energy with Venus on Saturday. There's some more positive things coming in with the moon and all these other things going on, so definitely don't be afraid to be creative, and don't be afraid to make it tangible. That's the earth in this card. That's the kid in this card that needs to tangibly open that door, tangibly get out there and do it. We're still dealing with this energy on Saturday. It's interesting. And then the final card for Sunday is, all right, to me, there's all that tight woven energy. It's a very interesting success. It's the moving in your success. It's actually taking your success and touting it. Look at that. There's a tiger in there. I mean, that's kind of feline and cat-like, just like with the Leo themes. But what I find interesting too is that you pull out a 6 card on a Sunday, and I'm telling you about all this energy around the 6 degrees of the zodiac. You know, you got Neptune at 6 degrees. You've got the moon at 6 degrees. This is all at 8 a.m. Pacific Daylight Time from Beverly Hills. So that's how I'm running my chart. So at 8 a.m., 6 o'clock, at 8 a.m. at 6 degrees, Mars is right there at 4 degrees. Mercury's at 5 degrees of Leo. Neptune's at 6 degrees. Jupiter's at 4 degrees of Leo. So there's that 6. There's that material success. Yeah, I mean, to me, it's a more hopeful sign about that really confused energy on Sunday. You can definitely use it to your advantage, especially if you're following this video and applying some of these things, and never just taking my insights at face value. Always Google checking it to see, cross-reference it, get your books and references. Some astrologers I watch the David Palmer forecast every day, the Leo King. I like to watch the weekly report from Benjamin Bernstein's excellent. Some of the astrologers I've had chart readings for are Dana Gerhardt. I've had chart reading from Eric Myers. I've taken natal chart reading class, which is completely intense and very good, from Kevin B. Burke. So all great astrologers, all bring different things to the tables. There's a lot of resources out there. So, all right, have a great weekend. I hope this was helpful.